Hello, everybody. Since it's that time of year again, we decided to actually do the Thanksgiving tier list today. We would probably forget to make this video this year, just like we did past 2 years, but thankfully, non-binary zombie commented to do this list under one of our Halloween videos, so here we are.
The fuck even is a non-binary zombie? How can a fucking zombie be non-binary? Oh wait, right, I forgot. If it's a lefty, he's got to be brain dead already and want to eat everyone else's brains to make everyone fucking stupid. It all makes sense now. Instead of The Walking Dead, it should be The Walking Lunacy, and it was about to happen in reality, but thankfully, I was there just in time to save the country.
Jeez, he's off his rockers again.
I can see that, so I'm gonna start off this list since I am the most fit person in the group for it. Donald's fat ass doesn't like anything that's healthy, and he's absolutely not thankful for anything. Joe is an awful human being. Bill is just interested in pies for the obvious reason. And George is the second closest person to doing this list. But this is a very special list, and I'm the only one, along with Donald, that has been in every single video on this channel. Well, aside from the inauguration video, but that wasn't even a regular video, more so a community post in the form of a video.
Shut the hell up, Obama. I enjoy healthy food, thank you very much. That's why I drink Diet Coke. It literally has the word diet in it, so it has to be healthy. Also, I am very thankful, actually I am very thankful of what you Demis did when you replaced Joe with Kamala, because Joe was a wreck himself, but you guys just crashed a plane in this train wreck with Kamala, kind of like George did when he...
Don't you even dare to start this bullcrap, partner, and I'm fine with Barry taking over this list, although I gotta say that this one fits me, since my dad actually started the tradition of pardoning a turkey each year.
I'm pretty sure that I am not developing dementia like Joester or Donald, and I don't think he started it. I mean, didn't JFK, Nixon, and Reagan spare a couple of turkeys?
Yes, but it wasn't an official presidential annual thing like it is today, so it was unwritten tradition while my dad formalized it all.
All right, so we're starting off with a turkey, and it's literally the staple of this entire holiday. Like, that's such an obvious S tier. In fact, so is hot chocolate. There is nothing better than drinking some hot cocoa when it's cloudy, raining, and cold outside. Bonus points if you have it in Christmas-themed cup.
Now you better put up hot toddy up in S tier, Barry, or I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, every single form of alcohol deserves S tier. Well, aside from all light beers below 4%, that is.
I don't know what to tell you guys. I guess I'm just not a fan of hot scotch, and the fact it was falsely promoted like a cure for cold. For that, I have to get it down to C tier.
I couldn't care any less about alcohol.
Oh man, when you get a good-ass tiramisu with a hot coffee and some top from Shawty Monica, then you basically achieve nirvana for the next couple of hours.
I can agree with the first part, but I love combining coffee with brownies for the most part.
I don't get coffee, I just drink some water when I wake up, and then I make my maids bring me a Diet Coke whenever I'm feeling thirsty for the rest of the day. I would drink it from the morning if I could, but I don't want to wear down my enamel. I paid top dollar for my teeth. People get brand new cars in that price. Well, mostly hybrid SUVs or some cramped city compact cars, but still, brand new cars.
I usually brush my teeth and then instantly drink orange juice because it feels funny in my mouth and tastes like Sunny D. If you don't believe me, go ahead and try it out yourself.
Joe, I just know that your enamel is crying for help, but we're straying off the course, and some coffee with dessert needs to go to A tier.
Man, now this is something you absolutely need on your table, and it's also healthy since it's potatoes.
George, I don't want to rain on your parade, but if you ate enough of that, you would instantly get diabetes and end up looking like Trump.
Hey!
Having said that, though, it's delicious and a must-have, so because you need to limit it, it's gonna get an A tier from me.
Okay, that's some bullshit. You're gonna drop a food down a tier just because Manshell took away your balls last time you had sex, which was 30 years ago, and she doesn't allow you to eat anything else than bland chicken and lettuce?
Just shut the hell up and keep my wife's name out your goddamn mouth.
All right then, Will.
Now, mashed potatoes are the preferred option to casserole for me. It's low in calories, hella satiating. And if you season it with some salt, some chive, and maybe get some butter on that bad boy and just let it melt all over it, you're in heaven. And now thinking about it, I'm gonna get sweet potato casserole down a notch to B tier and put mashed potatoes on A tier. Like, sure, you might not agree with me, but it's my list after all. Taste is a subjective thing, and in the end, it's your choice, whatever you want to get on your table today. Now, what do you think about some ham, guys?
What the hell are you asking us that for, and how is this even a question? This is an absolute S tier. Any kind of sandwich instantly gets elevated by 50% when you add some ham in there, and that is more than enough.
By 50%? By 50% of what? What the hell can be counted in percentage when you talk about some damn food?
I don't know, man. I sometimes just say shit off the top of my head when I get in my feels, even if it doesn't make any sense. But you surely know what the hell I mean, so don't act dumb, because you are not Joe.
I mean, sure, ham is great, but I sometimes have these days when eating any kind of pork would make me feel dizzy, even though I don't have any problem with it. I just don't know. I could eat chicken and beef any day, but there's something different about pork. But when I do crave some pork, ham is usually the best choice. So it goes to A tier for me personally.
Why does that not surprise me? Of course, a dude with name Hussein would be non-practicing Muslim.
Donald, literally everyone in this room is Christian, including me. Pork is just sometimes weird for me. You know what? You made me angry, so I'm dropping ham a tier down. And now we have both apple and cherry pie, and both are delicious, but cherry pie just seems more fitting for Thanksgiving personally. If this was a pie tier list, they would both go in S tier, but since it's my Thanksgiving tier list, I'm gonna put apple pie in A tier and cherry pie in S. Like, that just seems right to me.
I tested both, and warm apple pie has these chunks and is acidic, so I wouldn't recommend going in raw, but with cherry pie it feels funny because then your sword come out looking like you just did a senior year college girl on the second day of her period.
What the fuck?
I gotta say, partner, you need to put cornbread in S tier because when you get it right and it's fluffy inside, you are just in heaven. And Laura bakes the best cornbread you ever tasted, so if you guys want, you can visit me because Laura will be baking a bigger batch for any visitors to get a bite of.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. It's easy to mess up, but even when it's done right, I don't know, maybe I'm just not Southern enough for it, but like, I will take a bite, but I won't go crazy over it. B tier is where it's at.
Barry, are you just here to spit in my face and say the literal opposite of every single one of my opinions?
No, we just don't share our taste buds.
I want to share my taste buds with Trumpy Dumpy. Come here, Donnie.
Don't even try to get close to me or I'll whoop you upside your head with this coat hanger, biatch.
That sounds corny as hell coming from an orange Nippo baby who grew up in Jamaica Estates.
Okay, but I only had about $10,000 of weekly allowance, 3 bathrooms, and 2 maids. It felt like I was living in slums.
Yeah, you won't get it. But back on the topic of tier lists, you might think I will praise green bean casserole, but you will be mistaken. I actually don't really enjoy it much, and it feels like there's too much going on with this dish. And I'll put it in C tier, and I don't care if you will eat me in comments.
Ooh. Now, this mac and cheese rating will depend on if it's Hot Cheetos mac and cheese or a restaurant mac and cheese. Because Flamin' Hot Cheetos 1 is too spicy for me, and I once had to go to the ER after eating a plate of it.
What? How the hell did Flamin' Hot seasoning made you go to ER, especially with this one that really isn't hot at all? In fact, it's almost as mild as the actual Flamin' Hot Cheetos. You know what? It's you who we're talking about, so I just know it will be some nonsensical bullshit, but no, we are definitely not talking about that type of mac and cheese, but rather actual dish. And it's a filling, comforting, cheesy meal that will appease everyone who's lactose tolerant, although cheddar cheese is very low in lactose, so even people with lactose intolerance can eat a portion of. I don't think anyone will be batting their eyes on me putting it on the top of the list since it's a fantastic meal, even though it's very simple. Now, deviled eggs. Oh no.
Oh man, I could eat lots and lots of these deviled eggs. I will eat like $1,000 worth of eggs. If you give me them, I will stuff myself like there's no tomorrow, maybe even as much as Donald.
Joe, don't you dare talk shit about me, poo-poo boy, and you forgot that you will also be stuffing my fucking toilet after. You spend the entire night in my guest toilet, and the smell was lingering in my hallway for the next 3 days, and the reek of your fart could put a dog down about a week after you ate this shit.
Oh, okay, now you're exaggerating it. I might have gone overboard and have a little toilet visit, but it wasn't that bad.
I wish he was, but I remember that one time when you ate all of the deviled eggs from the White House New Year's party back when you were my VP, and you were a walking biological weapon that's too cruel for warfare and would break Geneva Convention, so I have banned deviled eggs from White House ever since, and for the trauma you imprinted on us, deviled eggs go to D tier. Fuck them for that horror.
Okay, but now you gotta actually agree with me that wine is great. Getting fucked up on Jesus blood is great because whenever I get drunk on brewski, I just hit my wife as hard as I can, which is fun, sure, but being wasted on wine just hits me deep in my soul, and I often cry uncontrollably while scooping and eating a large bucket of mayo in the shower until I knock out and go in coma for the next 12 hours.
Joe is actually touching on something real, well, aside from that wife and mayo comment, humans have been getting messed up on fermented fruit and wine since forever. And I guess just the natural fruit part of it is why we are so deeply touched and more emotional instead of being normally drunk like with every other alcohol. But yeah, wine is peak alcohol taste-wise, and you can develop a hobby, and the selection is insane. Like I was talking with LeBron once and he recommended me Oregon Pinot Noir, and me and Michelle have been combining it on some romantic dinners, and it's never once left a bad taste in my mouth. And overall, I feel like wine is another must-have for the Thanksgiving, but it's entirely up to you which one you want to try. It's S tier if you already haven't figured it out by how much I was hyping it up.
I'm sure you all can tell I am not much of a wine guy, but even I have a glass of wine on Thanksgiving, so you know it's a must-have just from that alone. But on another note, you really have no other option on the last three, Barry.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree with that. We all know it's all about the stuffing and dressing on that day, and cranberry sauce bangs so hard that it would be a blasphemy to put it below S tier, so that's where those picks are going. And that would be the entire list. Well, so what's there left to do is to shout out all the members, then go and take our Christmas attire and go on to record Christmas videos for the entirety of December. All right, so let me start out by shouting out Zuber Sandwich and OMG, it's Birdman Archive.
As well as K31 owner.
And my cutie patootie serial painkiller and Jacob Bowling. Yeah!
This fucking guy. Subscribe to Oval Office Gaming.